Hi, this is Zach Green's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendars so you don't miss out. So let's get into the show today. We got the card of the day from the Universe Has Your Back deck. So this is our message from Universe to us today. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. There you go. Very nice artwork, front and back of the card. So let's get into some of the questions that some people have been asking. Now, the ETH dump. Now, when the new thing comes out where people can take their money out and all that, and there's a lot of speculation that once that starts happening, there's going to be a huge dump. And that's going to be pretty soon that is going to be happening within Ethereum itself. For some reason, I don't see it because there's going to be some technical difficulty, some type of thing that's going to be happening behind the scenes that may be making it a little harder for people to take out the Ethereum in mass. I think it's going to be a thing that's going to be there. It's just some way of slowing things down. Okay, instead of everybody taking their Ethereum out of storage all at the same time. So there's going to be some type of issue that's going to be coming up for those people wanting to take out their Ethereum all at the same time. So some technical difficulty on that. When I think it's March 14th or something, when that actually happens. Other cards are saying, yes, we're going to see a bit of a dip. But I think right after that, it's going to start to go back up because of the earning potential when you have your Ethereum in storage and supporting the blockchain. You can make quite a bit of money doing that. So yes, there is going to be a little bit of a dump, but it's going to be recovering shortly after that. And there's going to be some technical difficulty along the way. And having technical difficulties ourselves. There we go. I think it's my internet connection at the moment. Anyways, so that's the Ethereum rate. Yes, there's going to be a bit of a dump. So for all those people wanting to get some cheap Ethereum in the near future, that'll probably be the time that you can really get it at wholesale and just hang on to it and ride out all the other nonsense that's going to be going on around the Ethereum blockchain as we move forward into oblivion and beyond, or whatever that guy says. The other question that came up, the China, Russia, and globalization. Now, you're starting to see them start to set the stage, okay, where the U.S. is going to be faltering and they're hanging on for dear life, white knuckle the politicians and all that. I think the American people are going to be pulling it out of the fire and doing local stuff without the government very, very soon, especially Canada, US, all that. Uh, Russia and China have their own plans, right? And are they going to be succeeding? Okay. Are they going to be the new superpowers as the United States falters? So let's have a look at that. So the health of this particular situation, we do see the United States faltering, and many of the allies to the United States, they're faltering, and it's not a tinfoil hat or anything. You can just watch the news that you could already see that they're faltering. And it's a false narrative that we're still okay. Our banking systems, hey, okay. And that's a bunch of nonsense. This is why I keep promoting cryptocurrencies every time I get a chance, and gold and silver and any other good asset to pull yourself out of the uh, system. Okay. Don't try not to have everything all in one basket, especially around June. Okay. And we'll get into that a little later, maybe. Um, I think that the whole financial system is going to be topsy turvy because of this conflict between China, Russia, and the rest of the world. And we're seeing more and more of that as Ukraine pretty much done. Uh, Even now in the news, we're okay, we're winning. No, they're not. And this is going to be tipping the scales to the favor of China and Russia going forward, and more Russia than China and all the allies. And this is why we're going to be seeing more and more people signing onto the BRICS countries. I think Germany and UK will be some of the next ones that are going to be signing on to the BRICS group. Okay. And that's pretty much what I have said in the past. We're not going to have this huge war, even though Joe Biden is doing this thing. Oh, we're going to act tough, blah, 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 blah. And that's basically all that it is. It's acting. Okay. It's smoke and mirrors. And we got a lot of that in the card reading today. Okay. We got the magician. He's blowing baloney everywhere, and a lot of people are buying it. And I think this is going to be the turning point to something Edgar Cayce. If you know who Edgar Cayce is, Edgar Cayce was a famous prophet from the 1940s, and he had predicted that Russia would be the time of the new awakening. Okay, so everything that's happening now, he predicted. He said that Russia will be the new bringers of light into the world, and now we're seeing that tenfold, hundredfold. Okay, he's bringing back many great things and many bad things, and of course. With that said, I think they're going to be the new people that are going to be running the show mainly, and the new focus to the world in 20 years from now. Okay, so the old story, Western world is going to be collapsing and suffering, where the Russians and China and the Eastern Eurasian countries are going to be building up, and many of the Western countries are going to be signing on to the BRICS. and probably the United States and Canada will be some of the last countries that are going to be signing on to that. And we're going to see the South American countries doing their own thing, okay, and trying to cut themselves away, split away from the Western countries for a short time until the European countries start to get signed on to the BRICS. And then you have United States and Canada kind of doing their own thing, and then South America. So it won't be all this globalization like we have now in that sense. It's going to be more separation again, okay? And that's going to be happening in the next 6 years, approximately. Okay, so fun times, a lot of turmoil, and it's going to be the time of the Great Awakening. And that's what we're doing right now. It's going to be fun. And nobody said it was going to be easy. Okay, we got some people on the chat. Okay. Very good questions. Now it is time for what we've been waiting for, today's show. I'll put it back onto the chat window. Hello, everybody. We got Ann, we got Daisy, we got Bob Job. Lots of new people. Awesome stuff. We got Dilly Dilly, who last Sunday swung, hit the ball, and it went out the park on the remote viewing. Today we got the remote viewing. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. We got the new one already. Ready to go. So for the new people that are here, we're doing the remote viewing practice show. Lots of fun. Okay. I think Pop Rocks had some interesting. He's one of the people who watches the show. For those people who don't know, that he said some. I'll add his because he was pretty close. He saw a fun time swirling. Okay, so that'll be my contribution from Pop Rocks, unless he pops in today, of what the target is today. So the target, remote viewing, okay, it's the scientific way of doing psychism, psychic abilities. Okay, so today, if you're new here, you're going to be writing down the remote viewing target number on top of a clean piece of paper or whatever you're going to be writing on, and you're going to describe the target. You're going to describe the colors, the sounds. What do you taste? What's the smell like? What do you hear? What's the texture? Okay, along those lines. And if you come up with, well, it's a monkey holding a pen, I saw Bob Job. That would be an analytical overlay, not an RV. And you would write down monkey holding a pen. That could be just me. Woohoo. That would be known as describing the target. Or you're supposed to describe the target, not label the target. So let's get started for today. See what people are saying. We got Daisy Chains. Okay. So what colors are we picking up about today's target? Anybody? Daisy Chain says she's picking up wood. Okay, so there's wood that's part of the object that we're remote viewing. I can't talk today. Okay, so wood, is it a big structure or a small structure? or structure at all. Okay, so what are we picking up? And more of the colors. Wild animals, that could be. Pine tree. Okay. Could be what the wood is made out of, or there's could be pine trees in the background to the target. So we're kind of getting the sense that it's a bigger object, right? Picking up the grains in the wood. Okay. Snake skin. Okay. So that could be the texture. Okay. Explosive force. Well, that could be part of it. Burning. Dinosaurs running. That could be. At one time. I think you're too far into the past. That could be part of it. Daisy Chain says there's poles, like flag poles type of thing. Red. Dilly is in the mix. Good. Make sure you don't overthink it. Just throw the things out there. Okay. What else we got? What smells are there? We got some colors. We got some textures. We got possibility of what it's made out of. Okay, what shape is it? Is it round, square, triangle? Bob Job says, fairground kids circling ride. Interesting. I think that goes along with that Pop Rocks. Swirling excitement. And Gret says, I smell fish. Okay. Water. Oval. I'm not quite sure what this is. Suave. I don't know. Put the thing back up here. Reveal. Doop. Hide. There we go. Okay. And says it's a big box. Square. Caramel. Square. Okay. And maybe it's autocorrect giving them a trouble. Yellow. Okay. Daisy Chain says monkey. Monkey's back there, but there could be monkeys. You never know. So, did anyone's fat finger? Maybe. Well, you're coming out. That's good. Perfect. So we're getting the shape. It's an oval square structure with poles. Oh, fat fingers typing. Okay, I got you. It's a big box with oval, maybe some water involved, some fish. Okay. Bob Chubb, fairgrounds. There's poles. Maybe a snakeskin leather type of thing happening. Wild animals. Rails. Okay. Black square. Okay. We're right in that ballpark. Very much in the ballpark there. So swirling, squares, boxes, poles. What kind of emotions are we picking up with this one? Are you terrified? Are you happy? Are you sad? What kind of emotion are you picking up from it? Oh, we got a Litecoin question there. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Bob Job says excitement. Okay, so you're on this pine tree circling, and it's exciting. Okay. Maybe you're riding a pine tree. Who knows? Calm. I guess depending on the person, they could be calm. There's no fear of your life with the target involved. What else we got? Yes, funny. I know what it is. It's a monkey riding a pine tree. No. Exhilarating. Okay, that's a good one. Good. We're in that ballpark. Very good. So we got circling, we got oval, we got square. Another crypto question. Stars. Oh, they could be stars. What else we got? I know Dilly is hiding his abilities. Oh, don't look at me. But when he does say something, it's like boom. He's right in the ballpark right away. Okay. More Litecoin questions. So what else we got? We got the shape. What's the size? We will carry on. Okay. Yeah, go Dilly. Large, very, very large. That's okay, Dilly. Yeah, we got two larges. Any smalls? I think Pop Rocks had it right, and we weren't promoting it all that much, and he picked up on it right away. In the last show that he was here, he just boop, spits it out and walks away. That's the way we need to. That's the place we need to get to with our abilities. Is he just walk up and you go, bloop, and then you walk away. No thinking. I think this is his advantage. Is he doesn't think or analyze the things that he says. Okay, he just boop, pops it out. Like the wife pointed it out to me. He's like right on the money. And then he walks away. And I think that's a great lesson for everybody on psychism or using your abilities is not to overthink it. Just spit it out. Don't think so much about it. Have fun with it and then move on. So, in a great sense, Pop Rocks is probably one of the better psychics here because he doesn't think so much when he's giving a statement like that. A baby one. Okay. What's all this? Large, a baby one. Springs. Okay, there could be springs. I'm not sure what the baby one is, what it means. Or is it a small version of the object? There's big ones and smaller ones. Could be what she's getting at. Daisy chains. What else we got? We're almost at the half-hour mark before the reveal. More crypto questions? Yes. Okay. Lots of Litecoin questions. Okay. What else can we reveal before we reveal? We got some colors. We got this general shape of it. We got the feeling, exciting, exhilarating, that sort of thing. It's fun. It's circly. Okay. It has rails. It's an amusement. So Cal is really stack of bottles in a cellar. Okay. Updates. Okay. I could see that. Bottles stacked in a cellar. That could be. Could be something underneath. I don't know. Too bad the Super Whittle guy's not here. He does some good stuff. Okay. Anything else before we reveal? We're at the half-hour mark. No idea now? Okay. Should I reveal? Bob Jab says reveal. How about Daisy Chains and Dilly Dilly? Out of ideas. Okay. It's a roller coaster. And Direct goes, yes! Treasure chest. Curious. Okay. So that was the target today. I think you guys were actually more in the ballpark than very good work, by the way, everybody. So the excitement, the unfortunately, it's a black and white photo. I'll bring it closer. I think it's more of one of those famous roller coasters. I can't probably from the United States. You probably see it in commercials all the time. This particular roller coaster. That's the bottle thing. Is that part of the name? That you're revealing, like a bottleneck type of thing. So there is many of the things that rails from Daisy Chains, swirling from Pop Rocks, excitement. Some people go fear. I would probably have fear getting on a roller coaster, but then I would have fun with it. Bob Job did very well. Yes, he did. I got poles and rails. And yeah, there's poles, rails, and there's probably wood involved. The snakeskin, I'm thinking, is the seats, the texture, the leather. That's probably what you're picking up on. A corkscrew. Ah, okay. That could be the name of this thing, is a corkscrew. I think there's a famous roller coaster called a corkscrew. Something like that. Kids ride in fun fair. Yeah. Bob Job, you were like right on the money there. Different types. Yeah. Springs. Probably in the roller coaster itself for the suspension system. Stars. Could be. We don't see too much of the detail. I guess you could be calm if you've been on millions of rides. A black square, probably part of the structure that you're picking up. I'm not sure of the colors, like yellow, blue, that sort of thing, but probably has some very bright colors that make it stand out. Probably some yellow and some red in there, and the black. That could be. Water could be associated with where it is. What's Bob Job saying? Not good enough. I've tired to tires. I can't do this RV thing. Where's Yvonne? Oh, Yvonne is sleeping today. Okay. So, yeah, she did the late night shift at her job, looking after patients. Very good job, everybody. Awesome. Now, switch views here. Ta-da. Oh. Chat. Now, we got a new one lined up for everybody. This is going to be for next Sunday's show, our remote viewing show. So, what you're going to do, you know the drill. You're going to be writing that down the number over here at 6473-6299 on top of your piece of paper or whatever you're going to be writing on. Okay? And you're going to be starting to describe the target before the Sunday show, or you don't have to. And that'll be for next Sunday's show. Of course, we all know that. Keep it. Just describe the target. Do not label it. Okay? And I think we're going to have a lot of fun on that day. So let's get into the chat. the remaining time. I think there was some Litecoin questions and some other questions out there. When will super little guy get rich? He's not here today. Will he get rich? We'll do a secret reading. We won't tell him. Okay? He's having some trouble right now. So, and I'm trying to encourage him to use his abilities and to go forth. Unfortunately, he's a bit of a perfectionist, and sometimes perfectionists kind of get in their own way. That's true of just about everybody here sometimes. I think he's going to get the money that he needs in the next couple of months once he starts to do all the things that do not overcomplicate the situation. So it's going to be in about 3 to 4 months where he's going to start to get that money coming back in. So he may have to take some part-time jobs and that sort of thing moving forward, just to make ends meet and that sort of thing. In about a month or two from now, I think he's going to be well established again. Okay? So encourage him every time he's on. He's going through a bit of a rough time. So just send him some white light so we can help him out. Okay, Dilly. Are we still looking for a drop this month? Well, we dropped today in the crypto market, and will it still rise up in a big way a little after that? Yeah, you're pretty much in the ballpark. I should be asking Dilly for psychic read. He's like, boop, there you go. This is what's going to happen. He already knows, but it's nice that he asked the question. Yeah, we pretty much covered a lot of this in the past readings. Is yes, it's going to go down and then it's going to go up again. This is the time that you should be looking seriously into buying as much crypto as you can lay your hands on. Not to put yourself in the poorhouse, but just the extra money that you're bringing in. That it's not going to hurt you if you start to buy stuff, right? Don't ever put yourself into that sort of situation. Like me and the wife, we have our we call the fast money, paying our bills, our rent, and groceries, and all that sort of thing. And anything just sitting in the bank, we take it out. We buy some Bitcoin. We buy some Litecoin. I know there's a lot of Litecoin questions that hopefully we can get to. And gold and silver. We just got some gold and silver the other day because if you've been watching this show for any length of time, that there's going to be a huge change, and it's coming very, very rapidly. And we're seeing more and more evidence of this coming out, that things are going to get a lot more rough out there in the financial realm. So trying to get everybody, it's up to you guys, but getting a little out of the system, more and more out of the system. Okay. And I think that's where that survival is for everybody, to not have everything you own in the system. Always try to take it out. And now I'm understanding, like when my grandfather was talking when he was alive, why they hid their money under their mattress. Now we're starting to see why they did that. Uh, because the banks collapsed at that moment. The Great Recession, Depression. That's the era that he lived in. Why they hid all their money, because the banking system collapsed, everything else collapsed. He had gold and silver hidden. He buried it because the governments were coming after your stuff. So you had to hide all your wealth. Okay. And we're starting to go through that cycle again. So if you ask anyone from that era, if you uh, are you're lucky and you do find somebody still from that era, talk to them. Ask them why they did certain things. Okay, back then. And there's what's the saying? It, history repeats itself. Okay, it's not necessarily the exact same thing, but it sure rhymes. And this is what we're going through right now. That's why I want to encourage you to start to take some of your assets out of the system. Because if they ever decide to turn off that system, I think a lot of people are going to be hurting. Okay? So, quibbling about price and all that, especially right now, it's not really that important. Get it, sit on it, and move on. Okay? Especially what's coming up. Okay, moving on. 3 cards for Lena on in March. Okay. So Lena is going to be going through a pretty rough time in the next little while in March. It'll be okay, but and it's going to be leading into the next question from Dilly Dilly about the SEC. All cryptocurrencies are going to be feeling the heat in the next little while, and this is because I'm going to throw his question up there too, because they're related. The whole cryptocurrency market is going through birthing pains. What's that old saying from Gandhi? First they ignore you, then they ridicule, you know, poke at you, and then they fight you, and then you win. Right now we're in that fighting stance. Okay, they ignored us. Cryptocurrencies, whatever. The big shots. Then it's not good. You shouldn't get into that. No concern. And now, what's going on? Everybody was watching the news, right? Oh, the SEC is gonna do this. It's gonna do that. It's gonna do blah 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 blah. And the more decentralized we get, you have to remember, cryptocurrencies aren't. A lot of these systems aren't as decentralized as they say. Okay, especially exchanges and stuff. That's why I always say never ever leave your cryptocurrencies on an exchange. Get in, get out, put it on your Trezor wallet. Now we're in the fighting stage. Okay? You hear what I'm saying? You seeing me wave the flag? Pay attention. This is what we're going through right now. And a lot of cryptocurrencies, like Linda, I think it's called, or Linda, are going to go through this transitional period where, because of the fighting, a lot of cryptocurrencies are going to be wavering all over the road like a drunk driver. Okay. So quivering about the price. Yeah. Okay. Get it, hide it, store it, and forget about it. Okay. Trying to exactly get the cryptocurrencies at the best possible time. Not really. It should not be a big concern of yours at this moment. Right now, it's about staying away from the old system because it's about to collapse, like Russia has done. This is why they're going to win, because they've have a parallel economy that doesn't rely upon anybody else in the world. Okay? This is why they can go on for a long time. And their dollar or their rupee or ruble is doing rather well as they firewalled themselves away from the nonsense of the rest of the world. So, think it like the, Putin. I know we're getting into dangerous territory here, but to firewall yourself away from the nonsense of our banking industry and the SEC. Got me? When you start to think in that sense, okay, you stop quivering about price. Buy more gold, buy more silver. I don't care the price. Okay, buy more cryptos. Okay, because you want to firewall yourself away from the rest of the nonsense. And there's a lot of nonsense coming down the pike. Okay, this includes the Litecoin questions and all that, and the Ethereum, and there will all go all over the place in the next little while. Okay, that's the fight that's coming up right now. I know people don't want to look at it, but that's what's going to happen. If you ever have a chance to speak to somebody from the Great Depression era, ask them those questions of what they did. And then you go, ooh, I'm going to hide my crypto away and not trust the government or the banks. Now we're seeing why. Okay? So what else we got? Yes, altcoins will drop a little bit in the next little while. Getting back to the question. Big downturn. Yeah, not huge, but it's going to go down. And what are we going to all do? We're going to buy more, and we're going to sit on it, and we're going to watch the other side collapse. Right? So if it drops, awesome. Right? Because you can buy more. It's on sale. Right? When will Ukraine have its peace treaty? If there's anything left, in about a year or so. And watching the coverage from other sources, they're not doing so hot. Okay, I think they're just about done. If there's anything left, probably in about a year or so. Hi, Andre. My house goes on sale next week. When do you see this selling? In a few months, please? The timeline changed for this. Okay. It's going to be 2 to 3 months from today that our house is going to be selling, and you're going to get that victory pretty in the middle of the next 3 months. Don't give up on the situation. somebody's going to come along who actually needs the house, and they're not too worried about price. Don't haggle so much, but I think it'll sell in the next 3 months. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. Ethereum. $1,500 I'm picking up. Just going off the top of my head like a remote viewer. Don't overanalyze, just do it. So it's going to be 2,000 something Canadian, so 1,500 something in the next little while, probably when they do that little thing that they're putting thing that they're putting on the blockchain in the next little while. Reading on my son's new job. Suit and tie. That's the first thing that I saw. I think it's going to be just a springboard to something else. He might have to stomach it for a little bit. It's not going to be, yay. It's going to be, but it is a stepping stone to something bigger that's going to be coming his way in the near future. Have him keep with it. And it's going to be leading into other bigger, better things along the way. Okay. Out of that, I think it's a job, but it is going to lead him into bigger and better things. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Okay, and we had some Litecoin questions at the bottom. Cal 3 Litecoin halving on August 2nd. How will be the next 7 month or for Litecoin? Leading up to the halving, which is August 2nd. It's always traditionally with any halving, it's a little after the halving, then it starts to rocket up. Okay. And I was picking up, it's going to get to that $500 mark again for a brief time. And then always maybe a little above that $900 mark Canadian. So whatever that is in American, I don't know. And then it's going to be coming down back to the old high. It's going to be the new low. It's like Bitcoin. When it's going to go through the halving next year, approximately, it's going to ramp up to, this is usually the structure goes up to 150,000, let's say. I've even heard 250,000 for Bitcoin for the next halving, and it's a little after the halving actually happens, which is what I think 3 coins, 3 and a bit every 10 minutes. So, and then it'll drop down to the old high will be the new low. So it'd be Canadian, it would be about 80,000 for per coin, and everybody. So, yeah, it's gonna be go up, and come down, and it might go a little below the old time high. So the old high, which was 80 grand for Bitcoin, will be the new low. And that's going to be the same story for Litecoin because they're very similar in their structures. Okay, so if you got some Litecoin, good. Hang on to it. It's going to do some interesting, wonderful things in the next little while. I've already answered this. Yeah, I just discussed that. Very panicked person, Cal3. Went to sell our crypto as I'm here for a short time. Why? Should I sell my crypto after halving when Bitcoin will pump in sky or not? Please guide me. Uh, Buy your Bitcoin when it gets 125,000, lick your ice cream, and then keep the rest. Um, that's the best I can guide you on. I know why you would want to sell it and put it back into a system that's collapsing. Yeah, we just covered that. We covered that. And the rest is about the remote viewing. Oh. So this is in referral to the question I answered. Accounts assist. There's money in money, but if you can stomach it, yeah, and use that white light, very good. Using white light all the time. It's always good for you, and use it for other people and situations that arise. $5 from Daisy Chains. Shiba Dog saying, good job. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Okay. 3 cards for my job, please. Carloy, Methe, do you have a question? Type it out again, and we'll get to it. So I can, I didn't see you. Just type it out again, and we'll get to it. Okay? Okay. 3 cards for the job. I think you're going to be going through a transition for your job in the next little while. I think that you're going to be going through a really rough time at job and being, what do you call it? Viewed or watched for a little bit for some reason. I think they're trying to pull a fast one or something, and it's going to be blowing up in their face because they have nothing to stand on for that situation. There's some nefarious thing going on, and it's going to blow up in their face. So it's one of those situations that if you just stand back and you don't get involved, like Cliff I always says, don't go willingly winning stupid prizes. People want to fight amongst themselves, let them. Just stand to the side and watch them do all kinds of stupid things to themselves. Okay? It's a kung fu mentality. So this is going to be happening. Don't get involved. Don't go out winning stupid prizes, and you will come up on top, okay, of the situation. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. I'm just seeing this. Yeah, don't jump in. Just if there's mortal danger, sure, but if there isn't, just let them do their thing. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Thank you, Daisy Jane. Sending white light to everybody. Yeah, I don't see you're curious. I don't see your question. Maybe he left. Okay. We're at the hour, and I guess that's the end of the show. Yay! So, let's get back into this window. Where is it? There. Come up. Still in the chat. Hide. Text. There it is. Now, thank you everybody for showing up. We had a great show with the remote viewing. Did an excellent job. Hopefully more and more people utilize those abilities that they all have. You're only as psychic as you allow yourself to be. Okay? And learn, and understand yourself. The more you do that, the more in tune with universe you become. Okay? So don't be afraid of yourself and get out of your own way. I think those are titles of books, by the way. Very good ones. So if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyaudrey.com, where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my wonderful wife, who's a Reiki master, that information is there as well. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we have also an affiliate link to the Trezor cold storage wallet. If you like to purchase one, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Just a disclaimer. And just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it on your calendars so you don't miss out. Until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.